Why are you putting him in a stick then? No,
It's right here at the bottom.
sliding.
I don't want to wear it because it's poop inside the shoe.
Poop?
Poop on my.
Playing a whole other game against another team.
Who has April?
What do you mean?
Who is the black team?
They're playing Edina again. Edina played one black team, and now they're going to play another black team, and then that black team is already done.
All right, well, for those of you who joined us from the other game, we are just about ready to start this one. This one will be against Rogers. So the boys got just a couple minutes to grab something to drink and get ready for their second game. I believe Rogers played, you guys played earlier today, right?
We did,
just
yeah.
before
About an hour
us.
ago.
Yeah, okay. So this is their second game, although they had a break in between. Is this your home field?
This is our home field.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay. It's great. Another camera guy next to me, so we'll be doing the same thing. It'll be Katron to start things off. Ball goes behind him, kicked around. Several players looking to get possession. It'll be Rogers who comes away with it. Defense, Decker on ball, Aller at the point. Rogers looking to set things up here. They go to the point. Over on that far side, driving to the middle. There's a shot. No, up off the face mask of the goalie. Pass to the middle. Batted out of the air. That's called a goal. As he runs to the middle. Impressive goal. As he was tapped, kind of right in the middle there. Probably a little bit difficult to see, but so Rogers on the board first here. So my apologies, that is not a goal. I'm not sure why they called that off, but they did. Far side is Decker. He has it. Decker making his way past midfield. Ball popped out. Off to the sideline. It'll be white ball, Edina, as Rogers knocked it out. Heinz has it. Heinz driving to the middle, getting his touch. Now back over the far side. Grabbed out of the air by Katron. Back to Heinz. Heinz spins around. Going to try to make it past the defender. And that'll be over to Hester. Penalty, delayed penalty here on Rogers. Pass to the middle. Up over the stick of, I think that was Hester, who was driving right to the middle looking for it'll be a 30-second penalty, a hold on Rogers, so Edina will go man up. Score still 0-0. Need to adjust the score here. I don't know if yours says we're also in the first quarter, not the fourth quarter, so well, that is correct. Katron, ball goes over to that far side. Ball's down, Hester passes it over to Wells behind the net. Now it's Pitco near side. Looking for Katron. Katron winds up, shoots low into the net. And Katron with his first goal of the day. Nice pass and ball movement there behind the net. The ball will come to Katron here on that near side. He's coming over there. He gets it, and he winds up and launches it. Nice job. Edina goes up 1-0.
Marshall.
It'll be Downey taking the face off. Hester here on the near side. And it looks like it's Coyne. It's going to be that other midi. No, it's Steffel. My mistake. Still digging away is Downey right in the middle. Ball's down. Hester has a chance. Picked up. Downey puts it up in the air, trying to grab it out of the air. It's bouncing. And away goes Hester. Hester. Over to Steffel. Downey trying to make it up off the pitch there as he looks like he got to stick to the leg. Coyne has it. Pressured by defense. Going to try to get past the defender. Caught out of the air. Ball's down. So a slash called on Rogers. So you're allowed to hit the stick.
Yeah, I heard of
Yeah, but you're not allowed to hit the arm directly. It definitely appears to be a judgment call. I'm looking to other parents that might know the rules better than I. Mrs. Wells knows all of the rules since her husband is a coach. I always ask her things. She confirmed it. Yeah. There's Katron passing it on over. Down behind the net, Wells has it. Behind the goal. That's ready. Over to Mason. Katron, and Hester has it. Still cycling. Now it's Wells. Pitco behind the net. Back over to Wells. Wells winding up, bouncing. In the middle, Pitco. Throwing this one, goes off to the right. Out of bounds. Reddy's closest, so it'll be Edina's ball. Move my camera just a little bit forward so that I can get this sideline here. This is Reddy. Pass to the middle. And stolen right out of the air. Couple swipes. But Rogers makes their way all the way down the field. This is Mason. Katron trying to get past and a shot. Caught out of the air by Celis. He launches it all the way down the field. Gets past Reddy. Pitco's going to chase this one. Pitco gets there. Stays in bounds, passes. He's got Hester. Over to Wells. Beautiful pass and a shot. There it is. Wells scores. Count it. Up by 2. Great ball movement there. As the boys were able to make their way all the way down the field. Several players passing it, touching it. And they catch Rogers out of position. So taking the face off will probably be Katron, although possibly Downey. Can't quite see. I think that might be Downey. It's not. It's Steffel. Steffel, Coyne, near side, scooped up by Rogers. Big swing here by Steffel. Looks like that'll be a penalty. And Bratton trying to get in there. Trying to dislodge that ball on that far side. Rogers running. They go low. Tucci. There's a ward called, so you're not allowed. A ward is when you defend with the arm that is not on the pole. So think of it sort of like a stiff arm, But any sort of movement of that arm that's not holding the stick to protect yourself is called a ward. So Rogers maintains possession. They cycle it up to the top. Coin on defense there. Closest to the ball. Now it's Tucci. Zavarol, pass to the middle, dumped low, bounces in front of the net, and goes out of bounds. Rogers closest. They will get the ball. Decker on defense. Behind the net, cycled up right to the point, near side here. Zavarol on ball. Now it's Tucci. And they're going to reset here. They clear all the way to that far side, trying to get past Zavarol. A shot. And he zips one in. So Rogers grabs their first goal. As they kind of look for a one-on-one matchup. So we'll come back to the middle here with just under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. We'll have to see if we are again doing 11-minute quarters or if we're doing 12-minute quarters. Potts near side, Catron right in the middle. He'll take the face-off. So false start, move too early. So it'll be Rogers' ball. Rogers driving past a couple. Pass over that far side. Tucci on ball. Spins past Tucci. Ball bounces off the post. Recovered by Rogers. They send it back up to the top. Aller on defense. And so we're down to 10-minute quarters. I think these refs want to go home.
Are you doing running time or are you stopping for whistles?
Not stopping at all. So we'll do 11-minute quarter here and see if maybe there was an error. 9.5, and now we're down to 30-second quarters. That one was 10.
Seriously?
Yeah. Mrs. Pitco is getting really riled up over here.
Like an actual chicken? Oh my god, it is. It's a rooster. Okay.
So they will switch sides here as we go into beautiful day here as we go into the second quarter. Edina leading by 1. That's close. Rogers, several really good players. Couple shots, but Edina was able to keep them out of the net. Edina, some good ball movement there in that first quarter. Apparently there's some chickens over there in the woods, although oh, now I'm seeing them. See if I can zoom in for you. You can see that chicken kind of moving right there. That white thing. Now it moved away. So some natural wildlife out here in Rogers. So just checking here my zoom, see if we're about right. That looks good. It looks like Steffel will start off with the face-off. Hester near side. And I think Hines will, no, Aller, I think, will be on that far side as the midi to get things started. Ah.
And David was running the clock and forcing it as long as he could. I don't get it. I've never heard of a thing.
So here's Hester. Goes near side, over to Wells. Wells sends it to the top, and just got a report that it's 10-minute quarter. Steffel here. Jukes, past one defender, maintain control. Swings back out, goes that far side. That should be Ready. Ready looking, sends it to Heinz. And now Steffel at the point. Hester here, near side. Wells is going to be down low. Pitco's going to be right in the middle. Here comes Steffel. Steffel to Wells. Wells driving to the middle. Swings back around, pushed out by the defender. Spins around. He's got to go back to Hester. Hester over to Steffel. Steffel's got Heinz on that far side. See if he goes down there, and he will. And then Ready, real low. Oh, comes out. And they're trying to dig it out of the grass as it came out of his cross. And Rogers comes away with it. And there's a pass deep. Tucci, closest to the ball, who's going to try to scoop it up. He has it. Makes it past one, right back over to Sellies, the goalie. Sellies is going to clear. Sends it about to midfield. It's bouncing right past Hester. Hester chasing, trying to get in position, scoops it right off the grass. So they've got their touch now here. Has to happen within 10 seconds. Back up to the point, Cornegie. Cornegie over to Heinz. Heinz drives to the middle. Ball comes out, recovered by Rogers. Rogers passes near side, defense. Decker, Bratton. Bratton stops one. And that'll be a goal as it gets past the defense. So it looks like the goalie has a bloody nose that the referee's just calling for someone to grab a tissue. Hopefully they have some sort of first aid or something like that. It's one of those players you can't just easily sub out. Oh, and I forgot to start the clock, so my apologies on that. We'll say we're at about 9 minutes left, and we'll start the clock here. Looks like goalie's just fine. So Katron will take the face-off here. Coin near side, and the far side's going to be Aller. Ball's down, pushed. Katron trying to get in there. Aller. It'll be black ball as Edina's called on a loose ball push. Pass caught out of the air. Nice catch. Pass to the middle. And pushed out. Picked up by Tucci. Now it's Bratton putting the pressure on. Down low. Pass behind the net. Spinning around, looking for something in the middle. Nothing's available. And Rogers will go back up to the point, and they'll reset here. It'll be Tucci closest to the ball on that far side. Going to try to pick him, but not able to. Comes across the middle and picked up nicely by Coyne. A little shove in the back. Driving, trying to get past Decker. Tucci picks him up. pass there. Caught. Coin comes out. Still at the point. Tucci on ball. Rogers clearing everybody out. Trying to look for an open opportunity. They're going to try to get past Tucci. Juking left, juking right, goes to the middle. Spinning back around, maintaining control, looking for a shot. And this time he gets in. So back and forth. He's able to control that ball as the Hornets kept swiping away. Not able to knock the ball out. So Rogers ties it up with that. Here in the second quarter, it'll be Potts here on the near side. Aller be on that far side, and I think this might be Downey taking the face off. Nope, it's Steffel. Ball comes up in the air, still bopping around. Down. Steffel takes a couple swipes. Now Potts comes away with it. Passes forward, bounces once. Steffel grabs it right out of the air. He's got some speed. Good pass there to Wells. Wells has it. Wells looking for somebody cutting to the middle. Gets it over to Pitko. Pitko passes over to Potts. Gets behind him. And Reddy gets in the way. Nice job. Good body position as Hester came in off the bench. Potts has it now at the top. Right over to Steffel. Steffel down to Wells. He winds up. Taking a shot. Just past the goal. And out of bounds it goes. Reddy on that backside was closest to the ball, and the Hornets will get it.
Ran out of balls in the end line.
So there typically are a couple lacrosse balls on that end line down there in case the ball goes out of bounds. It makes it a little bit easier to grab the ball and keep playing, but none were available. Hester has it on that far side. Steffel at the point. Hester still has it. He's going to make a drive to the middle. Goes wide to that left side. Passes over to Pitko. Pitko winds up. Drops the ball just before he launches it. Recovers it right off the ground. Ball still down. Trying to get the ball back. Looking to pass it. Ball comes out of his cross. And Rogers comes away. There's a pass backside. Bratton comes in. Big hit there. Ball's down as Decker knocks it free. Decker pops it free again. Rogers trying to pick it up off the ground. They come away with it. Decker still on his back. Now down behind the goal. Rogers has it. A fake pass there. Winding up. Shot. Off to the left. No good. Picked up by Rogers. Bratton applying pressure. Comes back to the point. Bratton taps it. Nope. Ball's down. Trying to get it. Still on the grass. Rogers recovers. Pass back to the point. Bratton here on defense. Trying to knock it away again. Gets past him. Pass to the middle. Intercepted. Right out of the air. Cornegie there. Gets hit in the back. That was Potts, not Cornegie. Now Hester on that far side. Closest to the ball. Looking to set up some sort of pick. Hester gets past it. Back to the point. Ball's down. Rogers grabs it off the turf. Now down low. Pass to the top. Intercepted right out of the air. Hester has it. Hester passes. Nice job. Potts is there. Drops to the grass. Throws it forward. Gets past Reddy. Picked up by Rogers. Potts trying to get it back. Ball up in the air. Black offsides was the call, so there has to be 3 players on defense, 3 on offense at all times. If you send one of your defenders to the other side, your midfielder has to stay back. This is Tucci here running up the sideline. Back over to the middle. Comes back to Tucci. Tucci looking to clear, sends it, bounces right into the middle of Rogers' defense. Cornegie there in the middle. Heinz on his back. Wells trying to make a swipe. Gets past him. Now it's Potts on that far side, closest to the ball. Up steps Decker. Gets past Decker. Now it's Tucci in the back. And another goal for Rogers. As Rogers is able to score there and get past the defense. So whistle blows, and that'll be the end of the first half. So I will adjust the clock here so that we are going to run a 10-minute quarter, I believe, now. So Rogers up by 1. Still 2 quarters left to play. Both teams have played the same amount of lacrosse today, although Edina played their first 4 quarters right before this game. So no break for them. While Rogers got to rest their legs a little bit. It's been a good game. The boys have been able to move the ball a decent amount. The receiving the passes still a bit of an issue. It's struggling to maintain control of that ball when they come in contact with the enemy. And the other teams have had quite a bit of success just running straight through our defense. Not able to dislodge that ball as they come through there, and that's been frustrating. So Rogers been able to score at least once on that. That most recent one was an example of it. That might be Downey. As he took a shot earlier, I think he's kind of might be hopping off.
There's no weight on that. Seems like more than
Some of the dads going over there to help him, which is a good idea. Otherwise, he's just got to hop all the way to the car, which is a fair ways away. We wish him all the best. Hopefully it's nothing serious, no broken bones or anything like that. I think it was just the first quarter where he got hit in the leg with a stick. So matching off here for the start of the second half. It'll be Steffel going to take the face-off. Heinz near side. Far side's going to be Aller. And we are just about ready to get this underway. 10-minute quarters. Let's see if they are. And away we go. Ball's down, looking to get it knocked over. And Heinz goes down. Somehow that's Rogers' ball. Don't quite understand that call. One of many. That's Aller right in defense. Decker now closest to the ball. He pokes once. Rogers retreats to reset. Rogers setting things up here. Up by 1. Edina's got to make a move. That's Steffel on that back side, closest to the ball. Down behind the net. There's a pass over to Zavaral's side. Pass to the middle, bounces, exit through the back. Back up to the point, picked up by Rogers. Now to the point again. Rogers is going to try to make a break on that far side. And he trips over his own feet. And they are going to call a trip. So it's black ball. That'll be a penalty on Decker. He'll take a seat. I think that's a 30-second. Although it could be a minute. So Edina man down here. Defense will be Tucci, Bratton, and Zavaral. Aller and Coyne are the two middies. Point. Ball goes to the point. Now over the near side. Looking, still swinging. Ball gets past him. And it will not make its way all the way out of bounds before it is picked up by Rogers. They pass down behind the net. Bratton closest. There's a pass down low. And a shot deflected. For that far side, closest is Benji. Ball way up in the air. Edina back to full strength as Deckard comes in off the bench. Knocked out of the air. Nice job by Decker. Decker in that long stick. Passes up to Aller. Aller at midfield. Aller's got ready. Big shot there in the middle. Picked up by Coyne. So cross-check to the face, I think, is 2 minutes. Maybe 1 minute. Not sure. So it'll be Edina's ball, their man up here. For an indeterminate amount of time. 1 minute. 1 minute. Man up. So here's Mason Catron. He'll bring the ball down the field. Hester, far side. Down low over to Wells. Bounces. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be Rogers' ball. So prime opportunity there, just lost for the Hornets. Rogers has it, looking to clear. Catron bearing down on that far side. In comes Pitko. Takes a swipe, ball down on the ground. In comes Cornegie. Hester. Ball batted back towards midfield. And a shot to the head. That'll be a penalty. And this time it's Zavaral. So even if it's an accident and you hit the helmet, it's still a penalty. So just adjusting helmet straps, getting everything all situated. So here we go. Rogers. They go low. Pass to the middle. And a shot. No. Saved by Sellies. Sellies works his way down the field. Is going to look for an opportunity. No pressure on him. And now he clears it all the way down the field. It's going to bounce in behind the defense. All the way to the goal. Scooped up by Rogers' goalie, and they clear to the middle. Bounces once, caught. In comes Steffel. Tries to push him off the ball. Caught by Rogers. Driving to that far side, looking for that shot. Pass to the middle. Winding up, and a shot caught out of the air by Sellies. Another great save. Sellies clears all the way to midfield, coming off the bench. That's Hester. Over to Wells. Wells scoops it off the grass. Back to the middle. Hester has it. Hester drives, doesn't see anything. Pulls back around. And here comes Wells. Jukes once. Goes down to a knee, comes right back up. Slipped on that grass. And he'll set things up with Hester. Over to Heinz. Heinz at the point. He's got Potts here on the near side. Right in the middle is Pitko. Heinz back to Hester. Defense comes out, trying to pressure. Hester gives him space, wants the speed. Over to Pitko. Pitko rolls one. Good attempt off to the left. It'll be Edina's ball. Reddy's going to have to chase this one. So referee just telling the coaches on the sidelines, hey, we need more lacrosse balls on the end line. Reddy runs and gets this one, and he makes his way back onto the field. Back to live play behind the goal. That's Wells. Wells trying to make through some traffic, spins back around, comes, hits the ground, and that'll be a penalty. So Edina will go man up here as a penalty was called. As Wells drove right to the middle and was checked. Over to Mason. Catron. And right back over. Hester has it. Hester goes low. Wells has it now behind the net over to Pitko. Pitko winding up. Pass to the behind the net. Wells back to Pitko again. No, I'm sorry. That's not Pitko. That's Reddy. Cornegie. Now Hester. Hester winds up back to Cornegie. Cornegie at the top. Shoot! No! Grabbed out of the air by Rogers' goalie. Rogers is going to look to clear here. Reddy's on this near side. In goes Pitko. Pressure. Ball's up in the air. Bouncing once. And still down on the ground. Comes Hester. Ball's down. Hester's going to try to scoop it up. Ball's still down. In comes Steffel, maybe Decker. Savarol in the mix. And it comes out, picked up. Pass to the middle. Open opportunity. And dunks it right over Sellies. Rogers goes up by 2. Up by 3? Doggone it. Oh, it's just wishful thinking. Must have forgotten to record one of the goals there. My apologies. Coin here on the near side. Bratton on that far side. Taking the face off. And that's Mason. Catron. Whoops. Ball's down, picked up. Dang it. By Rogers again. Right, a pass to the middle, big drill. No. Goes out of bounds.
Good job, buddy.
And that'll be the end of 3. So 10 minutes left to play here. Boys have fought hard. A couple good goals here. Looking for a couple more to make this comeback a reality.
And then you put them on the light on that white line, okay?
I don't know what.
So the boys will switch sides for the last time. Looks like it'll be Katron to take the face-off. Coyne and Bratton will be the other two midfielders. All right, for the face-off, here we go. And off and running. Ball's down, picked up by Rogers. Making their way down the field. Far side, they get a touch. Bratton closest to ball. Zavarol, Tucci, and Decker all on defense. Pass to the backside. Shot. Bounces up off the post. Caught by Tucci. Tucci throws it over to Bratton. Bratton scoops it up off the grass. Ball down again. Bratton goes down on the grass. Picked up by Rogers. Pass to the middle. They go over to the near side on the right side. Winding up. Shot low. Caught out of the air by Sellies. Sellies got Tucci here on the near side. He goes there. Tucci grabs it after one bounce. Passes over to the middle. Katron's there. Bounces, picked up by Rogers. Pitko trying to get there to knock it free. There's a pass right to the middle. And a shot low. That one gets past Sellies. So just slicing up the defense, Rogers scores again. So Steffel will take the face-off here. Heinz near side, far side. Looks like it's going to be Cornegie.
Go, Levi.
Steffel pushing, trying to get there. Ball comes out the back, pushed in the back. And Steffel will get called for that. So it'll be Rogers' ball. Comes near side. Pass to the middle, backside. No! It'll drift out of bounds, I think. No, it'll stay inbounds. Rogers gets there. Zavarol closest to ball. Comes back up to the point. Or to the top, and Rogers is going to reset here. They come in from the top. Going to try to make it past Steffel. Ball pops out, comes to the ground. And it's caught by Decker. Popped out. A slash is called on Rogers, so it'll be Edina ball. Zavarol with the ball down here. He clears it. Upfield to Katron. So Katron will start here at midfield. They'll bring it down. So man up here for Edina. Hester Drives into the middle. It's got Wells down low. Wells to Pitco. Sorry, Wells to Reddy. Now to Katron. Katron drawing him out, trying to get more coverage in the middle. Pitco grabs it, shoots low, off to the left. And it's Wells picking ball up off the goal line. Wells looking. Goes back out to Cornegie. Cornegie. Ball up in the air. Caught by Pitco. Nice grab. Winds up. Sends it over the far side. Just past Reddy. And it'll be Rogers' ball. Caught on the sidelines over there by Rogers. Wells trying to pursue it. Gets past him. Gets past Hester. And it'll be Zavral to step up. And a shot low. Kept out of the goal by Sellies. Sellies clears to midfield. He's got Pitco in the middle. Pitco, good pass there. Ready, backside. Ball's down, scooped up. Reddy still has it. He's got Heinz and Hester. Now Reddy, backs up. Looking to drive to the middle. Reconsiders, got a driver. Nice job by... Nice pass! And it's Pitco this time. Good pass by Hester as he made it behind the defense into the middle. Catches the ball and delivers a beautiful pass over to Pitco, who drives it right into the net. Closing the lead to 3. So it should be Steffel again here, taking the face-off. And Rogers trying to get all their men out on the field. Heinz on the near side. Far side's Bratton. Right in the middle. Face-off is going to be Steffel. Steffel pushing his way through. Ball pops out to the back. Picked up by Rogers. Rogers driving down the field. Steffel smacks the stick, but the ball stays put. So Rogers taking their time. Not an issue. And there's a penalty. It'll be delayed. Shot to the head. And a goal there for Rogers.
He was setting a pin for the guy can't ruin.
Timeout is called by Edina. And I was trying to see what was going on. So I apologize, no replay on that one. So about 2.5 minutes left here. So Edina will come back out, and they will be man down here. A little bit of a disagreement as the coaches talk to the referees. Not exactly sure what made them upset. But it will be Rogers' ball. So what doesn't make sense to me is that there was a goal.
There was one penalty down on the ground,
Uh-huh.
and then another penalty right before he shot. So they called it as soon as the second penalty hit. So when he shot after the penalty, it didn't count. So the penalty was already down for something else.
So that goal didn't count.
Correct.
Okay, so what's the score over there? What do you see? 6-3. Okay. All right. So I got to back this off. So we're 6-3. The goal is not good because the penalty was called prior to the shot. So it'll be Rogers' ball. Referee over at the score booth trying to work everything out.
Looks like there's two
And there are two players for Edina kneeling over in the penalty box. And I don't know how that impacts the duration or the severity of the... So right now, Edina has 3 defenders and 1 midi out there. So they might be down 2 players. Looks like they're 2 men down. So it'll be 6-on-4 here. Rogers' advantage. Zavarol, Bratton, Tucci, and Decker, I believe. 4-on-6. Referees getting everybody lined up. So far side at number 5 will have the ball to start with. And away we go. Rogers with the ball over the point. Cycle over the near side. Back up to the point. Moving the ball quickly. Trying to look for an opportunity. Hornets doing a good job closing up, shooting lanes. Right back around. That's Bratton on ball. Knocked away. Ball down. Picked up by Rogers. Back to the point. Now goes low. Zavarol, ball behind the net. Ball comes back to the point. Winds up and shot. And that one goes in.
This is wrong.
It'll be Katron to take the face-off. And now Edina will be just 1 man down as opposed to 2. 1 penalty is released. Katron to take the face-off. Bratton on that far side as a midi. Trying to figure things out as time dwindles down. Under a minute here. Katron came away with it, pops out. Ball still down, and it looked like a push. Yeah, it should be White's ball, and it is. Katron has it at midfield. He passes low. Just past Wells' stick. Ball bouncing. Pitko to get there first. Scoops it up and off. Pitko, pass to the middle. Comes out the backside. Coyne's going to chase this one down. He gets there first. Tapped a couple times on the arm. Spins back around, goes low. He's got Reddy. Bumps up out of bounds off of Reddy's top of his stick. And we'll see how much more time the refs allow. And that'll be it. So hard-fought game. Rogers comes away with the victory. And the Hornets have got more practices this week. So thank you for joining us here on this lovely Saturday afternoon as things start to warm up here in Minnesota. Once again, I'm Tim Bratton, and thank you for tuning in. We will see you next weekend.